Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're going to be jumping in to look at the Yuletide event. They've kind of been leaking a few bits and bobs on the way. I thought I'd wait until it actually dropped to do a video to see if I thought it was good or not. But we do already have this kind of announcement calling out that everybody between December 1st, which is right now, and December 25th could earn a Tormin the Cold. Okay, and they're kind of giving us this little graphic here around what is going to happen and how you can earn some points. So I'm going to go into the event that's actually dropped in game. Just want to call out two things before we get into the rest of the video. Fateless are dropping a video today where we're literally doing like a round table with a lot of the Fateless team around game features. That's going to be on the Fateless YouTube channel. Check it out if you want to. It's a bit of a banger, actually. It's quite a cool video if you want to get an idea of how we're discussing the game behind the scenes. This is exactly what that YouTube channel is built to do. And then also, we are doing a poker tournament tonight. All of the information is going to be on the Fateless Discord. I'll link it down below. It's free to enter. I'm going to be playing. A bunch of the Fateless guys are as well. Currently, we've got like 40 odd people signed up. It's 10 p.m. UTC. We're going to be kicking it off. And yeah, winners get like Fateless merch and stuff. But if you want some fun, you know, sitting in a chat, giving some banter to some of the other people on this poker tournament, then yeah, come and get involved. I guess let's talk about this a little bit first. So earn 20 snow points by logging into the game every day. So 25 days, that gives us our 500 free points. Daily free offers that will be available during the event contain 500 points. So I'm guessing that gives us up to 1,000. Unless that's one and the same. But I'm guessing that's going to be different things. So that gives us 1,000 points. The Yuletide event will include smaller events and tournaments. You can get the rest of the snow points there. You can earn up to 2,500 snow points in total. 1,530 in the first half. And then 970 in the second half. So they're giving us definitely upfront information. Like I do like this more. You know, we've got a month's worth of time. Obviously, for a lot of people, December can get quite busy. But also, actually, some of us probably not quit work, but finish work a few days earlier. So, I don't know how you guys feel about it. But I like the fact that they're doing a good legendary, void legendary champion as the prize. This is better than like a 2-star soul or something crazy. You only need 2,000 snow points to unlock all milestone rewards, which includes some of this nice stuff. I'll go and check that out in a minute. With 500 to spare. So if we're going to get 1,000 for free, according to this, we basically have got to find another 1,000 through events to be able to get a Tormin. So far, sounds good, right? So far, that feels like that's pretty decent. I'm sure there will be some challenging events where you've got to, you know, use some gems to spend enough energy, a bit like a fusion, honestly, spend enough energy to get stuff done and whatever. I'm hoping it doesn't get hard locked behind shard events, but we will see. We will see. There's also a progressive chance summon event running right now. We'll go through that after we've gone through the Yuletide. So we've got this kind of like new visual. I prefer the visual, by the way. This feels a bit more like, okay, we're moving forward with the game, honestly. We've got now a different kind of tab. The thing I don't love here, and you know, maybe that's just me being a bit over the top critical, like they're calling this Yuletide Spider Turn Attack. It's not like they've brought in a different event. It's just Spider Turn Attack, but now they've written the word Yuletide in front of it. Maybe I'm being pedantic, but I will say other games that are out there nowadays, they do bring different events. Like they do. They bring different, either like a rehash of something that's already in the game, like you've got to go and do this campaign level, but it's been ramped up, or like an endless waves type of thing. All of this is within Raid's gift to offer or do. Obviously, they're working super hard on the new content. I'm not going to be an arse. I'm just saying, like, just throwing the word Yuletide in front of it doesn't really fill me with Christmas joy. But anyway, what's going on right now? Winter's offer. Let's see what this is first. Oh, it's the shop. Yeah, that's not really Winter's offer, is it? That's just the shop. Anyway, we've got a Yuletide Summon Rush running right now with 100 snow points in here. 300 already. So already out of our, 2,500, they said you've got 500 to spare. So if you do not want to be involved in any sort of summoning to get Tormin, we've only got 200 to spare after today. That's fills me with fear, I've got to say, because that's not a great start. But there's still 200 to spare, right? Let's see. Did I get my 20 points? I haven't got my 20 points. How do I get my 20 points for logging in? Does that start tomorrow? So let's have a look through. Milestone 1. Normally, Milestone 1 page is absolute arse. It's really terrible. And it is again. I do say this like, come on. We get an ancient in here. This is going to be super easy to get to and whatever. We do get an ancient in here. 20 gems. Like, I just feel like this is where raid undervalue stuff. Literally just times it by 10. 10 times 50 silver. Yes. 10 times 20 gems. Yes. 10 times 20 multi-battles. Yes. 10 times 10 brews. Like, those ones. Those ones which are just filler. It literally is so easy just to make it feel good instead of feeling bad. Yeah, these 4. The rest of it's fine. And anyway, everyone's going to get that super easy. Milestone 2 ramps up a bit. Okay. Get the Void Shard. I like that. Milestone 3 will then start to get 4-star chicken. This is where it starts to get a bit juicier. Epic book. Still, though, honestly, like, you know, some of this other filler stuff, this feels like it's kind of weak. Milestone 4 is better. This is kind of really, I mean, still only like 100 gems from Milestone 4. As I say, times that by 10. It really wouldn't be that bad for you, Raid. If you times that by 10, I think you just get loads more participation. And then obviously, Tormin's the main prize here. Okay, so let's take a look at Tormin then. Why might you want to have him? Yeah, and I will say, he's actually extremely versatile. He's known as an arena champion, and that's where he's best. But he's better than that, honestly. And yeah, when he first came out, interestingly, for those who weren't around at the time, he came out as a Christmas fusion. It was hard. It was a really hard fusion. And he was busted. Like, disgusting. Like, he actually broke the game. The game slowed down and went jittery because everybody was frozen all of the time. And I remember, like, I got him early to basically do some play testing. And I was like, Damn, you need to change this. Like, he is broken right now. And I was like, change it before people start getting him, because otherwise you're going to get a load of backlash. They left it. They did one of their kind of like, oh, we'll leave it and see how it goes. And then they changed him after, and everyone was like, why don't you listen? A bit like what they've just done with Udyr, honestly. It's like, we're making the same mistakes. Anyway, he's still really good. So he's got a freeze on his A1. Yeah, so it can book up to 25% chance to freeze with his A1. Instantly activates if you put him with a freeze and a burn. I remember back in the day, I used to do like a defensive arena team for fun. And I'd put like a burner, I think I used Ignatius at the time, alongside Tormin. And he was just like chain gunning these freezes out. Super cool, actually. Because if you've got 4 burns out, every time someone's taking a turn, he's got the chance to go again with this A1. Very fun. The A2 cleans buffs off of enemies, then attacks 2 times, steals the buff if the target's under freeze, and ignores defense if they're under freeze and burn. It's a lot of setup, honestly, to get this working. I will say, like, if you're doing Doom Tower hard waves and you're struggling, Tormin's really good for that. Like, if you bring a burner in alongside a Tormin, you can get this going off a ton, and you can get this working hard, because he hits really hard with this skill if you've got the burns and the freezes going on. He's then got an AoE that's block buffs out there, which is cool for Doom Tower hard waves as well. Heal reduction on 2 turns if anyone's under freeze. If not, then also places provoked. He's got a good chance to do that, 80%. Again, like, I feel like Spider, Doom Tower hard waves, and Arena is where this guy really shines. And he has played in live Arena a lot, like right at the top end of the game. Like, he's really utilized. He's often played as this defensive nuker champion that's got an annoying passive. Yeah, and this is his passive. So when booked out, 30% chance of placing a freeze on each enemy each time they receive a buff or have a turn meter fill. Can't do it through block debuffs, but still, I guess, I don't know, maybe if the whole polymorph meta is kind of like slowed him down in being used, but I think he's still used a lot in live arena. In fact, can have a quick look For those who don't know, on hellhades.com, you can come to any champ. Saf added this in recently, or no, it's not even that recently anymore. You can go to any champ and just like say, right, let's have a look. Gold 1. Yeah, here you go. Gold 1. Pick rate, it's only 3%. Ban rate is high, so that means he's actually picked a lot more. No, sorry, picked 3.3%. When he's out there, he's got a 29% chance of being banned, but very high win rate. Let's see if it pops up. Similar stats, a bit higher. But yeah, anyway, he's being played in the highest level. A reasonable amount, like 5% pick rate is a reasonable amount, honestly. And it gets less the lower down the levels you go. So obviously the pros know something we don't. But yeah, anyway, he's a good champion. And then I guess the other part of his passive that's worth talking about here, he revives with 100% HP when he gets killed the first time, unless he gets block revived. So he sits there. I mean, he puts a freeze on himself. So he's got full health. He's got to have another whole turn and then go again. But sometimes that is super clutch. Yeah, having it in your arena defense team, very annoying. Yeah, with an Arbiter doing a speed boost and a buff, 2 chances to get the freeze off. And even if he dies, he still pops up and his passive is still working with the chances to freeze. So, yeah, he's a really fun champ. I think he's played just as much as he ever was. And I think he's still kind of relevant. So, he's not like I must get this champion, but he's a very good champion. So I think he's not a bad one for Ray to have put in here as the kind of like end prize for December. Along the way to the main prize, this is all good stuff. Big glyph, battles, whatever. But yeah, this is all nice. This is all good. Tomes and then Tormin coming in. So the event shape is okay. Shape is okay. So what else have we got in here then? Dungeon divers, but there's no points towards this. So this is just a normal event. Summoner Rush is earning snow points. Artifact event is earning snow points tomorrow. Yuletide drop fever. I guess that's going to be gain artifacts. Looking at this, or some sort of spider thing. I'm not seeing where I get my like daily 20 points thing. I going crazy. Progression rewards. No, that's old. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's not popped up yet, or maybe it's somewhere else. I don't know. I don't see it, and I don't have any points yet. Did I just misread it, or am I going absolutely nuts? Don't miss out on the free points you can get every day during the course of the event within daily free offers so that you can boost your progress. Grab today's gift and get your hands on the first reward in the Yuletide Titan event. Don't know. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's not popped up in game yet, or maybe I'm just being like completely dumb. Let's go into this one then. So we've got the progressive chance popping today. This is better, by the way. This is much better. So even though there's multiple champions up for grabs, you select one. Whether you feel like you like this or not, because it's 15, 20, 25, the fact is they've changed it now so that you only choose one and it's on a 15 times. Forget the rest if you're not pulling loads of shards. And if you are pulling loads of shards, it feels better. Okay, so this is better. Instead of a 10 times, it's now a 15. And literally we are choosing the one. I mean, out of these, this created monster, great champion for progressive growth, you know, for your account. So if you want someone to help you beat Spider especially, he's really, really useful for that. If I was an early player, the only champion that is remotely interesting to me because he's so good compared to the rest is Helicath. Helicath is an absolute game changer for progressing your account. Now, all of that being said, it's still only a 15 times, and there's no other reason to pull unless you definitely want to get those points, right, for the Yuletide. And, I mean, it feels like there's probably going to be at least one more summon event now that I've seen that one between now and the 25th where you've got to get points, if not 2. Okay, so it's not the best time to pull shards today. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to pull shards to get yourself in the mix on the Yuletide event, then Helicath is the one I would choose if I don't have any of these. For like endgame players, they're probably going to try and get maybe a dupe of Ultimate Death Knights. He's so annoying for the arena. And some of these are good, like Archbishop, very good for Hydra. King Galkabar, I think this is actually super solid as well. Valk, super solid as well. So you've got some really good champions here. Like if you're endgame, you're trying to get through Finite hard, Valk could be really good for that. So it's a decent group of champions here, but Helicath just carries everywhere if you're like a mid-game account. Okay, so he's the one. So yeah, these are not bad. Guess I'll throw these in. Not that too fussed. For Void Sen, let's have a look. Warlord, super, super good arena champion. Kind of good clan boss champion as well if you're an earlier game player. And but yeah, he's super good in the arena. Telfurion is actually just a great champion all round. Like hard carry for stuff like Spider and Hydra, and actually not bad in the arena as well, to be fair. Like he's pretty much an all-rounder. So Telfurion is decent. You've got Stathix here, and I think Eflen. Eflen hits really hard, actually. Stathix is a good cleanser. So both half decent, but not like crazy good voids in terms of epics. Both decent, but not crazy. But yeah, you could go for either of these, and they're both going to be decent. So I guess for me, I don't have this one, and don't really mind about these. These would just be the same, I guess. Yeah, so I'm not going to put any of these anyway. And yeah, so I guess the call out is there's no enhanced rates for summoning. It's just if you do pull a legendary, you've got a better chance of pulling that one that you've put in there in your progressive chance. So it's not bad, but it's not like crazy, crazy good. I just did a quick reset of the game. I was like, maybe I just need to reboot my game and I get my snow points. Yes, I do. Snow points are coming in. Probably you guys have already seen it. You'll be like, hell, Hades, I've got mine. Yeah, I just restarted my game and there they are, 20 snow points for today. So we'll take that. It's actually, though, it's replaced. Is it replaced or is it as well as? What do we normally get with this pack? Is this the pack, the one that normally gives us energy? Maybe not. Has it replaced something or is it in addition? I've collected this pack 17,000 times and I still don't actually know if that's in addition. But anyway, so cool. Right, we're getting our 3 points. That's what we want to see. Just one last call out, which I've just seen here. Thank you, Knight, from my Discord here. We have got a promo code, which has just dropped. Raid for all. Merry December. Right, what we got going on? A chicken, some brews, XP boost, silver, and 100 energy to start your day in the best way. Now that I'm seeing all of these things in here, I think that is literally just an addition of snow points from what I'm seeing. I would also just call out, these only hold for 6 days, but you know, things like the energy, you could just bank for a few days to see what's going on with different events, but it depends what you want to do with it. I don't need to do that. And for our first 20 points, we get the 50k silver. Lovely. So there you go, guys. Look, I guess let's see how it unfolds this month. It does feel like you're going to have to get involved in summons if you want to get yourself that Tormin. We don't know yet if there's going to be another fusion for December alongside this. I would say, for me, probably 90% sure there will be a Christmas fusion as well as the Yuletide event. So it then comes down to a bit of a, choose what you want to do. Because this is going to require summons. A fusion will require summons. You might just be like, I don't want to do either. You might be like, I definitely want Tormin because he's badass. Or you might be like, I'm going to hold off and see what the fusion news looks like. I'm expecting there will be a fusion announcement. I'm surprised, honestly, we haven't had one already. So maybe it will come today. If not, I think it will come. I've got this habit of dropping news on a Sunday when I'm meant to be having my roast dinner. So it might be that it comes Sunday and we see it early next week. But we'll see. Anyway, have yourself a good day. I'll see you soon.